Years ago, there was a guy who used to prank call the show. Some little kid, he ran a thing called James Calls In.
Yeah.
He's back, and actually his YouTube channel is back.
This guy is sabotaging the show.
James Calls In.
Just say Tracy and Matt, tell them that they're doing a good job.
Okay.
They're changing the world. What they're doing is huge. You don't have no idea.
We'll be sure to tell them when we see them.
Of the world. Yeah? You don't know how many people have come in contact with this program. They saw it on the internet. My brother said that they are going out to all these changes. He's doing a great job.
Cool. Thanks. Thank you very much.
It's a big, huge job. Thank you very much.
All right, Charles.
Thank you.
Bye-bye.
Bye, Charles. We have John in Bastrop, Texas. John, hello. You're on the Atheist Experience.
Awesome.
Hello there. I guess what I wanted to talk about was at the very, from the outset of the show, you made a claim that churches want people, their congregants, to have as many children as possible just from for a money-making scheme, and that doesn't seem very fair to everyone. I fundamentally disagree with that.
Well, I mean, I think John is right that, churches do not explicitly offer this as a money-making scheme. I mean, it may not even be in the minds of the people who are promoting it.
Of it as hey, when you have a lot of folks that are tithing to the church, that raises your power and your financials.
Now, I can see why you would say that, but the Catholic Church, they don't look too fondly on contraception, and so that can definitely lead to having lots of kids, and it's been that way for my family with my wife. For me, my wife is very traditional, so there's really kind of only one way of doing things, and that means we've had a lot of children for that reason, because she wanted to follow the Catholic Church's teaching on contraception, and it would have been a lot easier if she just do things like tickle my pickle, and I wouldn't have to, have a kid come out every time,
That probably would be easier. I mean, do you know people in your church who don't follow those rules?
Yeah, I think people are actually pretty liberal with it.
Mm-hmm.
But, some of the women can be a little bit, prudish at times when they're, when they're following everything, so it makes it hard. Personally, I don't think the rule is all that, necessary. I believe that when we're married, we should be able to do anything we want. If you want to get your pickle tickled or, not use a rubber, I mean, that's all fine and dandy with me.
Yeah. Well,
we're sort of in agreement in the sense that you ought to be making those decisions and not the church.
Sure.
Right?
Yeah.
Because you have to raise those kids ultimately, right? So
absolutely, I got to pay for them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They're not cheap.
So
I don't believe there's in the Bible, because there wasn't even, rubbers and stuff.
Oh.
I think man's sexual pleasure should be left to the marriage, and we should be able to do what we want.
So that's one way to look at it.
Yeah, and some of the people, I can't remember what the teachings are, but a lot of them are real opposed to oral sex, and that's something a lot of guys enjoy.
Right, that's the sowing the seed thing, right?
Women enjoy it too, and we should be able to, do that freely.
I'm with you.
Neil Carter and Sarah Moorhead were on the show last week, and they were introducing a new blog called Removing the Fig Leaf, and it's a blog about sex and religion from a lot of different perspectives. I think they have, a dozen or more different writers to that blog.
Is that just removing the fig leaf?
Removing the fig leaf, and that might be something you might want to look at.
Well, I just want the other people, that are coming up. My wife is, her womb is old, so she can't have kids anymore, but I want the younger generation to know that, rubbers are okay, and they don't have to, thumbs up on the rubber.
Absolutely, we're all for good sex education and using those tools to the best you can.
Yeah,
Good stuff.
I agree with you and not the Pope. I hope that down in Bastrop they are, at least appropriately educating kids about what possible methods are out there. I don't have a lot of optimism that they are, but it would be good if they did.
Yeah.
Yeah. All righty. Well, y'all, thank you, and happy rubbers and everything.
It's good talking
Good
to you,
stuff.
John.
Thank you,
And,
John. We appreciate your call.
just remember, I'm sure you're very firm in your belief in God over there, but just remember, it's pretty great to be an atheist who doesn't have to answer to those arbitrary power structures.
Right. You can have the number of kids you want.
Yeah.
I'm in this cold, wet studio talking to him, and he's playing on the phone like he's like 3 or 4 or 5 years old. Did you hear that? Hello, caller? I know that's you on the line because you called back too fast.